Launch code. Access granted. A millionaire.
Hello, welcome to GED exam preparation class. I am your host and instructor, Ruben Herrera. And on this lesson, my friends, I like to have a quick introduction. I like to quickly explain some of the variables for the formulas that we're going to use to measure the volume and the surface area of three-dimensional figures. Some of these formulas can be a little bit confusing. However, not to worry, my friends. Your GED exam is actually going to give you a page with all the formulas that you need to perform your problems in your exam. However, notice that some of these formulas right here, they are kind of nasty. Okay, they have too many variables and too many letters that we don't understand. And I like to make sure that we understand what these variables, what all these letters in these formulas mean before we actually start solving with these formulas. Okay, so this is what this is what your GED exam is going to give you. It's going to give you something like this, okay, on your exam. So you're going to be able to look at this while you're taking your exam. However, we need to be able to recognize what formula do we need for what operation, and we need to know what values we have to substitute for these variables. Okay, so let me go ahead and explain very quick what some of these variables, those variables right here on that formula explanation sheet mean. So for example, we know that pi, we know how much is pi. Pi is equals to 3.14. Okay, very nice. And then next I have right here the big B. Yes, it makes a big difference. There is a difference between the small b and big B. In geometry, whenever we see a big B, that means the area of the base, meaning on this three-dimensional figure, we need to figure it out what is the area of this base right here at the bottom. Okay, very nice. Now, the small b just means the base. We just need to point to the base, which we already know what the base is, and the base is right here. Okay, next I have the h. The h means height, and height is also how tall. So depending from where you want to look at it, you can measure your height by knowing what the height of the measurement of this height right here, or also this height right here. Okay, or it can also be this height right here. They're all the same, depending on how you are looking at your three-dimensional figure. And then next I have right here the small l. This is not a capital I. It's lowercase l. L stands for length. And the easiest way for me to remember what my length reminds me of long, which is the longest side, the measure of the longest side of your prism. Okay, so in this case, the measurement of this line right here, okay, it can also be this line right here. This, my friends, is your length, the longest side of your prism, the measurement of the longest side of your prism. Okay, so I have right here that P. This P right here stands for perimeter, the big P. Also, my friends, that is when the P is on the left of the equal sign. Whenever we have the big P, the P on the right side of the equal sign, that means the P is equal of the perimeter of the base, meaning that we have to figure it out what is the perimeter of this base right here, of the bottom, the perimeter of the bottom of our three-dimensional figure. So I will have to add the length of this side, the length of this side, the length of this side, and the length of this side. I have to add all four of them together, and that will be equals to the perimeter of my base. And this is what this big P stands for. That is also for the P that is going to be to the right of the equal sign. Okay, we also have this lowercase r, which means radius. We already know what the radius is. The radius is the distance between the center point of a circle to any of the edges of that circle. And remember that the radius is always half of the diameter. Okay, I also have the lowercase s, which stands for the side. The side can be this any of these sides in here. All of these are sides, even though this is a base. I have a bottom base and a top base above this three-dimensional figure. They're all sides. Okay. Uppercase SA stands for surface area. Uppercase V stands for volume, and lowercase w stands for width. The width, my friends, unlike the length, is going to be the measurement of the shorter side of your prism. So for example, this is your length because this length reminds me of the longer side. So this is the longer side right here. This is the length, and therefore the width is the shorter side. So the width is going to be the measurement of this side right here. Okay, very nice. I believe that I'm missing one letter in here, and that was the lowercase d, which stands for the diameter. Okay, so just keep that in mind, my friends. And this is what pretty much all these variables that you're gonna see on these formulas for your GED exam means. Okay, I'd like to thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope that you learned something from this lesson. And I want you guys to have a great day.
Launch code. Access granted.